We're talking about adaptation and mitigation in this set of podcasts. Mitigation is now essentially a global problem, and it's somewhat of a political problem. The negotiations under the UNFCCC and the methodologies to do mitigation, renewables, electrification of transportation, etc., and of course carbon capture, etc. Adaptation is very local. Adaptation is about managing the unavoidable in terms of the climate change impacts that are already here. And this article in this podcast says usable science, usable climate science always helps adaptation. Usable means helping to make decisions as opposed to useful, which may be used in improving climate models, climate understanding, climate prediction. So they are useful, of course. They are usable when they convert to issuing early warnings that can be used for decisions and so on. So usable climate science is going to help adaptation. Doesn't mean basic climate science is not useful, but for countries like India, let's say, where there is a lot of investment made in climate science, into research and so on, should the scientists consider decision making as an outcome of their research to make their science usable? Right? So it's up to us, but this is called a theory of change, where you look at where you are starting, where you are going to go, how that's going to actually bring about an outcome and not just a paper in terms of an outcome. So it's a very interesting and important discussion, because when resources are limited, we may all want to focus on working together and doing usable science. So think about it for yourself if you're a researcher, or if you're doing PhD, or if you're considering doing a PhD, and so on, whether you should be doing more usable science. Doesn't mean all your science is going to be focused towards helping adaptation and decision making, but it should be a big part of your research if you're in a country like India or generally the global south, okay? And remember, there are solutions to be found, money to be made, so you can be saving lives and making money. Hey, usable science.